Hey there guys, how are you? So let's break down the Suicide Squad trailer. And by the way, on a side note, thank you guy at Comic-Con who leaked this trailer online, because without you, Warner Brothers wouldn't have given in and released the HD footage to the public. The trailer opens up with character Amanda Waller giving exposition on what the Suicide Squad is. She basically states that this has been in the works for a long time and they're going to use villains as mercenaries to carry out missions. Thus, when bad guys do bad shit, she can't be held accountable for their actions. And I guess it kind of makes sense. And then after that, this trailer gave me everything I ever wanted to see and more. We see Harley Quinn hanging by some bed sheets in a steel cage. And instantly, when I saw that shot in this trailer, it really set the tone of the movie for me, and I really liked the direction it was going. Talking about the style and vibe of this trailer, when watching it, did anyone else get a Christopher Nolan vibe? For me, it definitely looks like David Ayer was influenced by Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, and he was interjecting some of that style into Suicide Squad. And it also looks like it was directed by David Fincher at times. Yeah, it looks like the movie Seven meets a comic book movie, and that's an awesome combination. Now, continuing on with the trailer, let's talk about the latest trend in Hollywood trailers, and it's using a popular older song with a new cover updated version remix in the trailers. And sometimes it's a little bit repulsive, but in this trailer, I Started a Joke, the song that they use, works perfectly, because if you have a movie with a Joker in it, well, I Started a Joke, well, it kind of just makes sense. Now, continuing on with the trailer, we get to see a few quick shots of other villains in their prison cells, such as Deadshot, Will Smith, and we also get to see inmate Andy Dufresne. I don't know why I said that. I was thinking of Shawshank Redemption when I was talking about prison. It just happened.
My name is Morgan Freeman. Andy Dufresne escaped Shawshank Penitentiary in 1947.
That's my Morgan Freeman impression. I'll shut up now. Now, this next shot that we get to see in the trailer isn't some big grandiose thing with explosions and cool shit happening. It's pretty simple, but for me, it's very effective. And you see Killer Croc being wheeled out Hannibal Lecter style with a face mask on. That just looks intimidating to me. Then we see a few quick shots of a giant panda and goat shooting up a hospital. And I'm willing to assume, judging by this sequence right here and this quick clip right here, that looks like the Joker to me, because who the hell else would be hanging out with a giant panda and a goat? So I'm willing to assume that that giant panda and goat are the Joker's henchmen. Then we get to see some of those typical slow-mo shots of the Suicide Squad walking down the street looking really badass. And yeah, they all look really badass. And it's at this point in the trailer we get to see Killer Croc again, and I have kind of a weird obsession with Killer Croc, because when it comes to the Batman universe, that's one of the villains I never thought we would get to see up on the big screen. But it's finally happening. And the one last thing I wanted to mention about the character Killer Croc, and I hope this is the way that they handle him throughout this movie, because he almost is the most oddball of the group, and I hope this is the route they go. Think of the Avengers and the character the Hulk. The Hulk is a big mutated badass beast, but there's moments where the audience just roots for him because he's so badass. I hope we get those same moments in the movie Suicide Squad with Killer Croc. And then in the trailer, we get to see what looks like a bad guy wearing a Batman ski mask. And by the way, I have the same Batman ski mask. And it smells atrocious in there. Oh. Alright, now let's talk about the most pivotal point in this trailer. This is the thing that we all need to talk about. It's Harley Quinn licking a steel bar. Now that right there, everyone, is called character development. And I stand by that statement. And then in the trailer, we see the Joker mobile with the Batman on top of it, car surfing. And my biggest question I have with that, because this was actually a leaked set photo thing that I talked about like a month ago with Batman car surfing on top of the Joker's car. My big question is, with this scene, is this a flashback scene, or does this happen towards the end of the movie, or is this possibly how Harley Quinn ended up in a prison cell? Now let's talk about the money shot of the trailer. At the very, very end, we finally get our first glimpse at the Joker in action.
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad.
Terrible Joker impression, but Jared Leto, who plays the Joker in this film, is pretty much the incarnation of the Joker I think that he needs to be in this movie. Now, seeing the Joker in live action at the very end of this trailer really sells for me, and that's what I want to see go down in this movie. But judging by pictures like this, that's not the Joker I want to see. But on film, that version of the Joker sells a lot better. Epic elbow drop. And as far as this new incarnation of the Joker sounds, well, I would say it's like 75% of what Heath Ledger did with his Joker in The Dark Knight. And I'm okay with that, but it's just very reminiscent of his version of the Joker, or at least the way it sounds. Alright, so here are my final flicking thoughts on the Suicide Squad trailer. This trailer was extremely captivating, to say the least. It looks like a real movie with these characters in it where extreme consequences are going to happen. I mean, it looks like people are going to get hurt, lives are going to be destroyed, And the character development between everybody in this movie, it looks like this will be a character-driven movie. Not just some big bloated slop fest with CG and things happening for no apparent reason. It looks like this movie is going to showcase a lot of small character moments that go down that just put you on the edge of your seat because they're going to be so intense. And also it looks like the movie's going to have action sequences too. So when you blend all that stuff together, well, for me, that's what makes a good movie, or at least a good comic book movie. So anyway, guys, here's my question to you. Let me know down below. What do you think about the Suicide Squad trailer? What did you pick up about it? What did you really like? Leave your thoughts, your opinions down below, and if you haven't already, make sure you check out my breakdown of the Batman v Superman Comic-Con trailer. I'll put a link to that down below. It's a good time. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.